everybody, Elisa here with another Vera Bradley bag of the day. Since it's Wednesday, I thought I would do a quick wallet Wednesday, and then I also wanted to talk about the Packable Backpack from my previous video because I didn't show it on, and I actually thought people might find it helpful to see it packed up somewhat and how it looks on the body. But I'll do the wallet first, and I also do a comparison because although everyone else is probably already ahead of me on this, I just recently got this factory outlet style and realized it's similar to a signature store, signature line style. So I thought I would just show them together in case people might find that helpful. This is the RFID 3-in-1 crossbody. This pattern is Hilo Meadow. This is the factory store version of this item, which is the Iconic, let me get this right, Iconic RFID All-in-One crossbody. Very similar, but they do have just a couple of slight differences, so I thought people might find it useful to see them together. They both are 6.5 by 4 by 2, and they both have a removable crossbody strap, which extends from 26 inches to 52 inches. They also both have a removable wristlet strap. The crossbody strap is cloth. Matches the pattern on both the bags, but the wristlet strap on the signature store version is pleather, as are the pull ties, whereas here they're the ribbon pull ties, and the wristlet strap, which I have removed, is the fabric, which I love. I love that they do that in the factory outlet stores with their items, the fabric wristlet straps. Now, even though they are the same size, this front flap element, which is different on this, in the factory style, is making this bag look a little, just a tiny bit bigger. So this front flap covers the whole bag. And on the side, you can see it kind of comes up, which I don't like. And that, it comes up higher than the rest of the bag. And so it's making the bag, this whole thing look a little bit bigger than this one, even though the bodies of the bag are the same. But you can see, right, how the flaps work differently. And I think this looks better. It looks like it's made better. This whole thing here, to me, makes it look like they just mismeasured. And they slapped down a flap, they attached a flap that was the wrong size for the bag. I mean, I guess maybe if you had a large cell phone you're trying to cram into this front pocket, maybe that gives you a little bit more flexibility in what you can fit in there, but that part does bug me, even though I do like getting a whole bigger piece of fabric here for pattern placement, because with this it's challenging, for pattern placement, because the smaller strips of fabric mean stuff's getting cut up more. So the closure here is a pin snap, which I feel also is a little less elegant. It's harder to work. On this, it's a magnetic snap, so that just works much better. It finds itself and it closes on its own. This, and also because of the size of this flap, it's like you got to search around, to find them and get them, squeeze them in there. It's just a little frustrating. And I do intend to use this. When I use this as just a clutch, I'm going to stick my iPod in here. So I'm going to use this. So that's a little frustrating for me. But anyway, this is my iPod, which is about 2.5 by 5 inches. And it swims in here. You can see there's a lot of room, both this way and this way. So if you have a bigger phone, if you have a phone that's like 4 by 6, 4 by 6.5, it's probably going to fit right in here. I do find that this backing too feels a little rougher than this. This one just feels better, like higher quality, not as stiff. Overall, I just feel like this feels better in the hand. But, you know, this is a good alternative, especially if you like a pattern, which is, you know, why I got this, is the pattern. So then you get to the zipper compartments, and they're similar, very similar. You get this one, the first zipper compartment opens flat, and you've got your billfold, and then your 2 strips of card slots and your ID window with these 2 slip pockets. There you go. And those are on both sides there. And that's 8 card slots. No, sorry, 7 card slots on here. 8 card slots on the signature store version. Everything else is the same though. Same amount of slip pockets, and the billfold is the same. The second zipper section, and both of these, it's all plastic zippers, no metal zippers on these items, which is nice. You've got, again, a gusseted section. Doesn't open flat, but it's gusseted, so it opens a bit wide. And you've got that zipper pocket for change or whatever else. I don't tend to use it for change, but anyway, I do use it, and I like that. An internal, secure section, I like that. And then you've got these 2 slip sections, which I just keep receipts and coupons in there. But you can see there's nothing else on the walls of this section. But in this one, you do get stuff. You do get 2 slip pockets, and on those slip pockets, each of those slip pockets, you get 2 card slots, and I use those, so I'm missing those. You know, in this version, I do miss those. So for that reason, unless I were really crazy about a pattern and there was nothing else I was going to get it in, and so I was going to get it in this, that would be the only reason I think I would get another one of these. Yeah, I'm not disappointed, so disappointed that I won't use it. I mean, I used this today as my wallet, so. But I do think overall this one feels a little bit better, and sort of. This is a chuckle about this because I was laughing about this in one of my previous videos about factory store pricing. Now I don't know, if the price on this has recently gone up just a little bit, because I know there was a recent round of, price increases on the regular Vera Bradley website. But when I got this, it was $64. That was the full retail price. I didn't pay that. I think I was on sale. I got it at Macy's. I think it may have been on sale, and I had a gift card. But anyway, the tag says, is $75. So it just doesn't feel as good as this one. It doesn't feel as well made as this one. So it just shows you, of course, nobody's paying $75. You're in the factory store. You're going to get 50% off, and then whatever they tack on, whatever additional discount they tack on after that. But it just sort of reinforces, that idea that they are marking stuff up because they know they're discounting it. Anyway, so, because something in the cheaper line is retailing for more than this, theoretically, at full price. So anyway, so I could just put it on real quick as a crossbody. I'll never wear it as a crossbody. I mean, never. But in case people are interested, so. Like I said, I don't think it looks terrible, but it's not for me, and I do think it looks out of proportion when you're wearing something so tiny strapped to your body. I mean, it does kind of remind me of like a fanny pack, and I'm sorry, but nobody looks good in a fanny pack. And you will never convince me otherwise. Just to hold them both together, there. I think to me it does seem like, oh, it's very dark. It does seem like this looks bigger because of that front flap rising up here, that top edge. But I do think that that makes this look more like a bag, whereas this looks more like a wallet to me. But I do use this as a wallet, and I'll use it as a clutch. So that was just a quick Wallet Wednesday in comparison. And then I thought I would just show this again because I didn't put stuff in it. Ooh, sorry, I'm knocking the camera. I didn't put stuff in it the other day, and I thought, well, since I was last night playing around with it, I thought I would show it because people might find that helpful. People who actually are more into backpacks might actually find that useful. So I do have my stuff from my bag in here, and then I thought maybe I could just pack it up again so people can see. If they didn't see the other video, they can see how it packs up because it's super easy. I wouldn't have thought that a backpack would be so easy to pack up into that neat little pouch, but it works really well. So this pattern, again, for people who didn't see the other video, is Scattered Super Bloom, which I'm just crazy in love with. I won't go on and on about it here because I did in the other video. So yeah, I won't go on and on about it, although I could. This is just so, so beautiful. It's just delicious. Anyway, so the straps are padded, but only slightly, not obtrusively, and the rest of the backpack is pretty bare bones. But for me, it works. It's going to work well for what I need. So this right here, I'm trying to get the light a little bit better. This right here is like the thing I dislike the most about the backpack is this look right here. From the front, with the straps and nothing else. I feel like I'm like wearing lederhosen or something. Suspenders of some sort. I just not crazy about it. However, these straps are not as noticeable and obnoxiously big as I thought, and as they seem on some other backpacks. So this is what it looks like. I'll turn around fully, although I don't know what that'll look like. But for me, I think this feels fine. It doesn't feel too heavy, and it obviously doesn't feel, because I don't have it super loaded up, but it doesn't, like I'm not aware of it. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. It feels fine. I definitely feel like it'll be fine for what I'm want to use it for, which is just carrying some dog stuff, when I'm going for a longer walk with the dogs and I need water and stuff for them. I'm so pleased with it that I actually feel like I might be tempted, if I really liked another packable pattern, to get even another backpack. So that's saying a lot, because I'm not a backpack person at all. Last time I wore a backpack was high school. Junior high and high school were the only times I used a backpack. This is how we carried them then. We never wore them on both shoulders, so this feels very familiar to me. So I could see wearing it this way, if there were some catastrophe and this was the only Vera bag I had left, this is probably how I would carry it. But anyway, so I'm very pleased with this. I think it's gonna work perfectly for what I needed to, and it's machine washable, which is excellent, because the dog stuff can get grimy, and I can just throw it in the machine. So again, for anyone who's interested, this is Scattered Super Bloom, and I hope that was helpful, both the wallet comparison and seeing this, with stuff in it. Oh, I guess I should try to pack it up. I can show you what I have in it. It's just my basic bag, handbag stuff, shoulder bag stuff. I don't have anything in here right now. So you can see I don't really have it filled up. I mean, there's a lot of space still up top. But I have my my larger iPad, which I just put in there just to see how it would do. So that adds some weight. My iPad mini, my charger cord pouch, and my GPS pouch, which is kind of heavy. That's the inside if anyone's curious, just very basic, nothing fancy, no interior pockets or anything. So to collapse it and pack it up, you zip it up. Let's see if I can make sure that it's in the shot well. And then I try to sort of tuck in. I do it, this is slightly different from the instructions on the belly band, which you could also follow, but I don't feel that the first step on here is necessary, so I just eliminate it. So I start with the front of the backpack facing me, zippered up and flattened out, and then I just sort of try to tuck the center of the bottom in, and then I take the straps from the back, put them in the front, sort of fold them a little bit. Get the other strap over there. So it's looking like that. You can see on the back, this is the zipper that's going to form the pouch. So this is, basically how it should look. And then you just are sort of taking the sides and folding them in so that they're within the zipper pouch edge that's running along the back. Then you just fold the thing in half. Sort of tuck in any kind of edges, to sort of make sure that they're in there and don't catch when you start to zipper. That's my concern, and when I was doing this last night, it did actually catch. The zipper caught on some of the, the bag fabric. So I do want to be careful with that. Didn't damage anything, but maybe it could, I don't know. Didn't pull anything, but anyway, so then you just zip it up, sort of just tucking in. I tend to keep my finger in there to make sure nothing catches. And you're just kind of tucking it in and working the zipper around. And I just kind of smush it down. Make it neat. So you can see that really wasn't that really that difficult. So it's definitely something I feel like I could do out and about even, but maybe not even necessary if you were just carrying this and you could then throw it in another bag. I'll just shove it in another bag and deal with folding it up later. So. Yes, I'm still keeping my cardboard instructions, just in case. But this packs up so nice. So anyway, I hope people found that helpful, and including the comparison. And my wallet of the day was the RFID 3-in-1 crossbody. Anyway, pretty patterns together. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time.